You are free to go at any time. This is not us at all being here to, take away any form of rights.
Cool.
Okay? Boom.
Can
Round
you close
rules
the
set.
door? Because I have to talk to
We
you about
keep
some
it.
criminal activity. No,
Okay.
it's whatever
Hold
you
on.
feel
We're
comfortable
not
with.
here
I'm
for
fine.
that. You're here for your appointment with your doctor. So if you have a separate thing for criminal activity, we can go downstairs and you can do a report. And things like that.
I tried to file a report yesterday, and this has to do with me seeing a doctor. It has to do with all of it.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question real quick. I'm gonna show you guys where we're at right now. Let me ask you a question. Right, you guys know that I have a history of having active tuberculosis twice. I don't know if you know, but I think he does because he's been involved in my case before.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that it would be a crime if, knowing that I had active tuberculosis, I came in and exposed people. Am I right or wrong? Right? I mean, would you arrest me if knowingly if I admitted that I had tuberculosis and came in here active, you would arrest me? I'm trying to make a baseline for something.
You're coming into a hospital to get treatment. So as far as even
you should arrest
like that,
me because this is a federal crime. I'm just going to say that.
What it's up to you is you're in your care provider.
Now, what I'm going to say is this. This is what I asked the police to get involved in yesterday. See, after everything that we talked about, after how nervous I was, I went down and I got a copy of my medical record yesterday, right? Now, I'm going to give you guys some quick background. She had the background yesterday. I'm going to give you a quick background of something that happened to me. Because right now, the doctor, you're either going to have to put the doctor in cuffs or you're going to have to do something to me. Because the doctor hid the fact that I had tuberculosis from the VA staff. He didn't notify any of the staff that I had active tuberculosis, and the doctor hid it from me. And I'm the patient. He released me from the emergency room with active tuberculosis and never told me. And that's not my opinion. That's written inside of my service medical record. So when we begin to get this crap straight, and believe me, we're going to, because I'm running for United States Senate. Gary Peters, I'm going to smash his political career starting today because he was the senator that covered it up. Now let me show you real quick, because this is evidence, and you guys are supposed to be police officers. So here you go. This is evidence on the day. Please take a look at it. The doctor wrote in his notes that he knew that I had tuberculosis, and he put me out of the hospital. Let me explain something else to you real quick.
First, like I already told you, I want the ground rules.
Let me explain something else.
I want you to first settle down,
bro.
And I want you to hold on. Let me speak to you real quick.
Go ahead, please.
Okay? Just settle down. The whole thing to this is you can work out these notes, you can work out your medical treatment, you can work out your care.
No, because every time I come, they call the police on me.
Hold on.
Bro, I got your cops already on the internet.
We are here.
You're already on the internet.
We are here. Listen.
Yes.
Are you going to listen to me?
I'm listening, but are you listening to me?
We are only here because of the fact that you have made threats in the past.
I haven't
because you have had aggressive behavior.
I haven't had any aggressive behavior.
Listen.
It's easier to paint me as the bad guy than it is to actually help
That's
you.
the only reason
and
why
that's all you're doing.
We're not even here
Every
to
time
take
I've
you
ever
anywhere.
asked for help,
You're here for just your care.
Time out.
So we're going to step out.
No.
And you're going to be
I
with
just
your
showed
care.
you evidence of a criminal activity for the doctor.
You can work your medical care out with your provider.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Because your medical care
You're
is
going to
something
be on
in which...
the website of Senator Peters before the day is over.
That's great. I'm so happy. Please do. But your medical
fine.
care right now is not something
not an issue of
we
medical
can
care.
discuss yet until your providers have taken the steps in order to take care of your medical care.
Here you go.
Anything else for criminal, that particular thing, you can come down to the police service office after your medical stuff is done.
Okay.
And you can come to us and we can do that.
We're going to do that as soon as I walk out this office.
But for now, your medical stuff has to be taken care of only with your care provider. That's not something that, as a police officer, we can help you with.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so Mr. Jones, after I, well, actually, I made a call where you were here yesterday to try to see how I could help you.
Do you want me to shut the door?
No, we keep the door open in this department.
I'm not a threat to you.
It's
okay.
Not just.
Okay. I just want you to know that I'm not a threat to you.
I've
been through holy hell, but you didn't cause it.
So I just have to let you know, with every veteran we see, we keep the door open. It's not you.
Okay. I just don't want you to feel.
So this is what I want to tell you.
Okay.
This isn't my decision, and this isn't something I even have to agree with, but it's what I do is veterans come to see me that need transitional housing today. That's my expertise.
Okay.
Veterans come in from the waiting room that need a place to go tonight. I met you for the first time yesterday when your case manager brought you in. because so my specialty isn't prevention, which is really what you're looking for with this note, and really what your case manager brought you in. As far as the prevention services I'm aware of, like the trust fund, Michigan Veterans Trust Fund, or SSVF, Supportive Services for Veterans and Family,
I'm
because,
not eligible.
right,
I know
because
that.
you're discharged.
That's why I asked you guys for help.
I understand, but that's, for me, and the VFW sometimes will help with total bills of maximum $500.
Not that kind of help. Not that kind of help. The VA ruled that my discharge was honorable under VA conditions. They went and they looked and they said, I've never been in trouble. So, because the VA has ruled that, what I asked for, and I've asked multiple times, every time the same issue has come up, or the eviction, I asked you guys, write me a letter, something that I can take to the service organizations that say my discharge is honorable, and say what my situation is so that they'll be more prone to help. That's all. Every time they call the police on me, that is all I have asked. Now, that happened already. When Southwest Solutions destroyed my place with sewage, and they lied on me and said that there was no sewage and Miss Washington got involved, when that happened, the first thing that happened is I went to my worker. Her name was Miss Smith, and she was at the other building. And I said, Miss Smith, we have no clothes. We have no nothing. It's the middle of the winter. Can you write me a letter so that I can take the letter other places and get clothes and food, because we have nothing? And she wrote me a letter. I went to Capigen, and that's how I got clothing.
Right.
But you people, I've been in this program for a year and a half,
Yeah.
and I have been struggling from the moment I came in.
So let me ask you, Mr.
Why not
Jones.
help me stay? I'm
you-
trying to stay, obviously, right?
you
I'm
were-
not trying to cut you off, sorry.
That's all right.
Go
We're
ahead.
trying to work together. So
Yeah.
the thing, you do get a HUD Vash. You have had a HUD Vash.
I do have one.
Yes, and you get $2,100 a month, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so your rent is how much have you been responsible for?
$490.
Okay, $490, and then you said you have a car payment.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You
so.
want to know how I fell behind, how I got in
Yeah,
trouble?
yeah.
Let me explain it to you. I brought the ledger. I wish I still had it. Miss Washington has it. There was an agreement to pay utilities every month
Oh,
to the
that's right.
apartment
You said it
complex,
was the
right?
electric bill.
Right, so I paid the utilities every month. I showed Miss Washington where I paid, in the month of February, I paid $400 utilities. In June, I got a bill, and the bill was for all the utilities from June all the way back to February.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute, I've been paying utilities all this time, plus you just gave me a bill on the 20th of the month, and I had a zero balance. I had paid everything perfectly. I had a zero balance all the way up until you wrote me this crazy bill for like 4 months of electricity. In the ledger that Miss Washington has shows it. Go ahead.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm with a veteran. I'm going to have to call you back. Boosperone. Yeah, yes.
Right. So the ledger that I gave Miss Washington showed what happened. And even Miss Washington made a copy of it. And even Miss Washington said, she said, this is illegal. You should have never been in this situation.
How did
But
you, but you didn't have the electric in your name.
I owed $5,000. Southwest Solutions made me take over the landlord in the place before. Southwest Solutions made me take over $1,000 of that landlord's debt just to remain in that house. And it was documented. Trust me, it's part of my, I could show it to you.
Right, okay.
My bill ended up being $5,000. I didn't have the money to pay $5,000 when Miss Washington got me the place.
So, Mr. Jones, I'm not trying to cut you short or be rude,
Just
but
tell me
I'm
you
telling you
can't
what
do
I
anything.
can. That's right. And I have to refer you back to your case manager for HUD
Who
Vash.
is my case manager?
Well-
Ketchy isn't doing anything. She's gone.
But-
And I've been in HUD Vash for a year and a half. Every month I get an eviction letter. I filed Chapter 13 bankruptcy, me and my wife. I have fought like the Dickens to be successful in this program.
Okay, so Ketchy, or yesterday you saw Kelly Bashram. I'm not really sure.
Kelly, is that
Kelly
the guy?
was the gentleman
Okay,
that was
cool.
here yesterday with
Okay.
you, with us actually. So there may be something else they're aware of. For me, because of your discharge, I'm not aware. And I know you're trying
It's
to get it
okay.
upgraded, correct?
No, I have a feeling I'm gonna be senator first, but it's okay. I've been fighting this for 20 years, trying to get this. Let me ask you a question. Like I asked him, you know how crazy that is? That a doctor knew I had tuberculosis. And he wrote it in his notes that I have tuberculosis, but he never told the treating doctors in the emergency room anything. They gave me an antibiotic and released me back into the public. I just found that out yesterday. I've been shaken ever since. I couldn't even sleep. My wife was like, you couldn't sleep for an hour last night. I couldn't even sleep.
I'm sorry.
It's in my service. It's in my medical record. I got a copy of it and I read it in the medical record.
You can't sleep. Do you need some help? Do you want to see a provider today for your stress?
I mean, I would see that doctor because I talked to her and she's good. But in the end, let me be real honest with you. If you found out yesterday that a doctor knew that you had tuberculosis and he sent you out into the public, I have a pregnant wife. I had a little kid. And he sent you out in the public knowing damn well that you had an infectious disease, and he wrote it in his notes. My rating is for unspecified lung disease. This doctor instantly made the decision at that time that the VA would not treat me, and I'm a disabled vet. Now, if that happened to you, wouldn't you be a little stressed? I mean, just be honest, wouldn't you?
I'm saying that
I think that what I feel honestly. And if I did not believe that what I feel is honest, you know, like I'm gonna demand that these police, instead of trying to intimidate me, they get up and do their damn job and put cuffs on this doctor, because that's illegal on so many levels. How can you release a veteran with tuberculosis into the public and not tell the veteran?
Mr. Jones,
If they don't do their job, then we're gonna have an issue.
so what
Because they gotta do more than try to intimidate me. It's not gonna work.
I'm not a medical doctor, I'm a social worker, but a couple things.
Sure.
One, I unfortunately don't have funds that can help you with this right now,
Don't
but
worry about the eviction.
secondly, I'm concerned about your well-being.
So what? My well-being has been messed up for the longest time. Ever since the VA stole all my benefits, made me homeless. I was in college pre-med with a 3.57 Board of Governors scholarship, and they stole all my educational benefits. My health